Why some problems are never solved? Because they are too useful. Some problems last for decades. They survive elections. They outlive governments. They persist through reforms, funding, and endless public debate. Poverty, migration, housing shortages, inflation, inequality. These problems are not hidden. They are visible, measurable, and constantly discussed. They dominate headlines, reports, and political campaigns. Yet they remain unresolved. This creates an uncomfortable question. What if some problems are not unsolved because they are difficult, but because they are useful? Modern societies are organized around systems of incentives. These systems reward stability, predictability, and continuity. A permanently solved problem disrupts all three. When a problem disappears, the structures built around it begin to collapse. Budgets shrink, institutions lose relevance, programs end. Careers built on management rather than resolution disappear. This creates a paradox. Problems generate purpose. Entire industries exist to manage persistent issues. Government agencies, nonprofit organizations, consultants, security firms, research institutions. Their survival depends not on eliminating problems, but on sustaining them. This does not require coordination or conspiracy. It only requires alignment. When a problem produces funding, authority, jobs, and political leverage, systems adapt to manage it rather than resolve it. Migration illustrates this dynamic clearly. For decades, migration has been framed as a crisis, yet it remains unresolved because migration performs multiple functions simultaneously. It supplies labor to economies that need it. It justifies border enforcement and surveillance. It sustains security budgets. It fuels political narratives and electoral mobilization. Solving migration would remove these functions. So migration is managed, contained, redirected, outsourced, never solved. Housing follows a similar logic. Shortages are framed as market failures or planning issues. But scarcity increases asset values. Rents rise. Property prices climb. For renters, housing is a crisis. For asset holders, it is stability. The same system produces hardship and profit at the same time. Inflation is another example. It erodes savings, reduces real wages, creates uncertainty. But inflation also lowers the real value of debt, increases government revenue, shifts economic losses quietly across society. Inflation is rarely celebrated, but it is often tolerated because its costs are diffuse and its benefits are concentrated. Over time, persistent problems become embedded. Policies shift from solutions to mitigation. Language changes. Problems are no longer described as temporary. They become complex, structural, permanent. At this stage, solving them becomes destabilizing. Eliminating a problem means dismantling the ecosystem that depends on it. This is why reforms often stop at the surface. They adjust outcomes without altering incentives. They treat symptoms, not causes, because causes threaten stability. This creates a powerful illusion. From the outside, systems appear active. Reports are written. Funds are allocated. Conferences are held. Debates continue. But progress stalls. Problems persist not because nothing is being done, but because too many things depend on them continuing. This does not mean problems are intentionally created. It means once they exist, they acquire function. They become integrated into economic models, political strategies, and institutional routines. A solved problem is silent. An unsolved problem is productive. It generates activity, attention, funding. This is why the most persistent problems are rarely the most complex. They are the most useful, and the more useful a problem becomes, the harder it is to remove, not technically, but politically and economically. This is the quiet logic behind unsolved problems. Not failure, not incompetence, but systemic usefulness.